Something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was. Then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising. When you want somebody gone and you don't want to wait too long, call the immediate murder professionals. It's die for free.
Oh, Christ on a stick. I guess there is a God. With this company, I really wanted to prove that we're capable of doing the same things anyone else can.
Little Eddie, please contact us and help.
You're welcome.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Well, there is garbage, there is trash, and then there is whatever you want to call this new cartoon called Helluva, which happens to be trending #1 on YouTube. Now, pretty interesting, right? Since we know this huge crackdown is coming on YouTube, which apparently is geared towards protecting kids and having more mature content on YouTube, is what they're saying right now. But really, between the fine lines of all that stuff, what YouTube is saying that is they have the right to delete your channel without reason, without probable cause, if they just deem that it's not friendly to them or they don't like it for whatever reason. But this they'll put trending #1, where you'll hear the F word about 5,000 times. You'll tons of sexual innuendos, disgusting stuff. It is unbelievable what is going on in this world. Yet we have so many morons around us who think that we're just crazy Christian people making it up as they continue to indoctrinate everyone. Now, I'm going to show you some clips from it, but it's hard to show you any because it's just so disturbing. But let's just start with #1. Whatever these things are, right? They're a murder-for-hire business. So they're, oh, you pay us and we'll kill somebody. And then, of course, they joke about killing kids for free, right? And they get in all types of blasphemy. The kid, of course, is wearing a Saturn shirt. I mean, look at all this satanic symbolism, just that in its own, right? You know the people who made this are clearly occultists. All these people, all right? You're not trending #1 on YouTube if you're not. But look, this is all the symbology, that we see every day that I show you in these music videos. For starters, of course, you have the black and white horns, right? They all have horns like the Baphomet. The one thing even has the Baphomet on its forehead where its third eye is supposed to be, right? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You can't. Pentagrams, right? Everywhere. The upside-down pentagrams. But then the Church of Satan, the Satanic Temple will come out and tell you that they don't believe in Satan. They don't worship him. The same logo. What a coincidence, right? I guess that you guys are all just adopting the same symbols and but it doesn't mean anything. Of course it doesn't. It's people like me who are just crazy people, right? Your crescent moon you get on the side of this animal's, whatever you want to call it. You get 666 news, right? Pentagram with the bottles of liquor in it. I mean, this world is falling so fast, I can't even keep up anymore. You can even see the Satanic Temple's logos, like on the calendar, the upside-down pentagram. Then, of course, one of the characters talks about having, sexual relations with another man. I mean, how is this stuff? You talk about the censorship on here. How is stuff? People are okay with this kind of stuff? Are they deliberately putting this here because of the censorship that's coming, and they want, the Coppola or whatever their names are to bring down the FTC, bring down more censorship on everybody? Right? They have the cell phones with the upside-down cross on them. Right. And if you go through the terms of service of YouTube, it specifically says that you're not allowed to take shots at or mock other religions, other groups, including LGBT. But why is it the only thing that's on here that's allowed to be mocked is Christianity? Because that's really what this is doing. They're mocking God. They get a joke in about Jesus. What else is new? You have upside-down crosses. You have all the occult symbolism being pushed down everybody's throat. Yeah, that's funny. That's haha. Look at the comment section. If you want to lose the will to continue on in this world, some of the comments in the comment section, I mean, I'm just putting them up. I can't even read some of them. They're so just the sick generation, this sick society we live in, right? Everything's a joke. These people don't realize what's going to happen to them when the trumpets sound. If they don't find salvation, they think that this is a giant joke. They're like, oh, look, they're talking about the characters like they're real, like they're cool. Oh, man. Kids die for free. Ha ha! How funny, right? You have people cracking jokes about killing kids in the comment section. I mean, this is just all occult indoctrination, right? And then, of course, what is the one thing that they, always are doing? Going up to the abortion clinics and doing all that stuff. But then they go, oh, but we, it's about a woman's right too. It's never about the kid, because the children are the most important thing to them for their ritual sacrifices. That's why. So they get a big joke into this kid, they desensitize people into even hating kids. Like, we have generations now that look at kids and roll their eyes because of what they're turning kids into. You have parents giving kids iPhones at 5 years old. Kids are completely, undisciplined, out of control. This is the world that we live in. That Helluva boss, where they curse at least 70 times. They say, and I'm not somebody who sits here and nitpicks on cursing much, because everybody can slip, but it's constant cursing and constant talking about private parts and sex and homosexuality, and and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm pro censorship, because I'm not pro censorship. But the point is, how hypocritical is this with everything that goes on here? All this censorship stuff that they have, and what's appropriate and what's not. This is on here. YouTube has put it #1 trending. It's monetized. They don't seem to have a problem. The message of it is murder for hire, that it's cool to kill. But it's a cartoon, so we're not supposed to take it seriously, right? We're not supposed to think there's anything behind it. It's just a cartoon. This stuff that's on Adult Swim is now becoming normal, right? And the mom, at the end, she's showing a sign at her, please help me find my missing child. And they peek their heads through hell, or whatever, through a portal. And they're laughing about it. We did you a favor and killed your kid. Can you believe this stuff? I'm at a loss for words. I really am. At this point, where people can't see this stuff, where people come over here and they criticize this channel and they criticize other people who talk about this stuff, and they say that we're all making it up, that we're seeing things. How do you not see the repetition of the signs? Right? You see clips in this cartoon. Money helps, Satan bless. Right? The worship of money, the worship of drugs, the worship of alcohol, the worship of sex, right? All this stuff is mixed in here. They have alcohol bottles, on billboards with the pentagram through it. They're talking about syphilis and stuff like that. And it's mind-blowing that, first of all, that this would even be allowed on YouTube. But take that part out of it and say, if you're somebody who is completely against censorship, this doesn't even have an age restriction on it. It's #1 trending. I have videos. The video I put up with Colin Kaepernick has an age restriction on it because it says it's not appropriate for kids. Huh? I'm sorry, what's not appropriate about it? Me pointing out that Colin Kaepernick was arrested, or wasn't arrested, but a woman called the police on him, and she was talking about Satan and all this stuff. Oh boy, that's really completely age-restricted type of stuff. There's nothing on here that I'm cursing up a storm or talking about sexual crap. But this kind of stuff, it gets past age restriction right off the bat, too. So shouldn't the same rules apply to everybody on here? And can YouTube explain why this would be trending #1, why they would push this on people? Right? Because it's an indoctrination, that's why. They have Satan's, pictures of drawings of Satan with the smiley face. The smiley face, they put the horns on. This world in 20 years from now, I don't think I'm going to be here, but if I am, I can't even fathom what it's going to be like. I can't fathom what it's like for people out there raising children in this climate. And I can't imagine what it's like to be a child in this climate, especially one who's waking up, because now you see this stuff going on around you and you see how dumbed down your friends are, your family is. And look at all these idiots on the internet who comment on they sit here under Helluva boss and it's just, oh yeah, it's great. Oh, cracking jokes about killing kids and raping kids and stuff like that. Amazing what this world has come to. Absolutely amazing. When I saw this, I couldn't even... somebody sent me the trailer for this on my website last week. Because there was a trailer, and I was like, I don't even know what this crap is. I thought it was on Adult Swim. The whole episode is on YouTube, trending, promoted. And if you have if you're not highly offended by things, go watch it and tell me what you think. Which I'm sure most of you would, because just to see it and say, oh my gosh, that's disgusting. But I wouldn't push anyone to watch this kind of stuff if you're just disgusted by vulgar language and perversion. But it's more proof to show people, look, and even all the characters are openly satanic, right? They're all openly admitting that they're Satanists and they're in hell. And look at all the symbols in there. I point out, of course, the black and white, right? The black and white symbolism, the Freemason symbolism, the Baphomet, the pentagrams, the moon, Saturn. Right? All these symbols I expose when artists, quote unquote artists, are using them in music videos, even though they're not artists. And people go, oh, you're crazy and you're making up. This is an occult cartoon and they're openly showing you, just like with Mr. Pickles, they're openly showing you these symbols and stuff because they're part of the occult. Yeah, people out there look at it and they go, no, you're making this stuff up. It's really, really getting sick out there. I want to thank everybody out there who's a Patreon for this channel. Again, if you aren't one, please consider becoming one. At the end of the month, the way things go on YouTube and what's coming next, it's hard for a lot of us here on YouTube. So if you consider it, that'd be great, greatly appreciated. And of course, please consider checking out the website, callforanuprising.com. A lot of my content's over there, and a lot more is going to be going over there. And it's a great community, so check it out if you haven't. I want to thank everybody for being here. Let me know what you think of this filthy rag cartoon in the comment section below. God bless all of you and your families. This is a call for an uprising. We welcome you to today's show and ask those of you who have not subscribed to please subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to expose the Satanic Illuminati agenda and the ushering in of the Antichrist. Today's show, I want to talk about Fergie, yes, the musician known as Fergie, and her new song called MILFs, which most of you know. The term MILFs is a perverted term that stands for Moms I'd Like to Blank. Okay, but Fergie is saying that it means a little bit something different. It's Moms I'd Like to Follow in this video, even though the entire thing is all of these older women, Kim Kardashian, all these celebrity moms, pretty much walking around with no clothes on. You get somebody breastfeeding in the video, and it is just filled with Satanic Illuminati symbolism, as it promotes perversion as well. It promotes sexual, it's just completely filled with sexual innuendos, people walking around naked, men and women, pretty much wearing no clothing, promoting, having sex with your teacher. Of course, the MILF teacher and all the boys in the school think she's so sexy. All of this perversion that they promote, because the pedophilia goes both ways. It isn't just these men who prey on these women. Powerful women prey on young boys as well. So let's get into the video and look at some of the symbols, blatantly obvious ones, that you'll see in every video for the most part. You get the black and white tile. What a surprise. Something original, folks. Black and white tile right in the school classroom. You can see it right there, paying homage to the Freemasons, to the duality. As above, so below, the Baphomet worship. And you see these tiles always inside the Masonic Lodge, the black and white tile. That is why you see it in all of these music videos. They are paying homage to the Freemasons because the Freemasons are the satanic networking system. And the Masons, as they grow throughout the lodge, learn to worship Lucifer as their god. That's how it goes. That's how they get away with this stuff. So every town, as most of you know, has a Freemason lodge in it. That's what it's there for. Okay, that's how they breed these people. So you see the black and white tile. You see other black and white symbolism, which I'll get into later. You also see the bathtub. I've talked about this over and over, how all these musicians, whether it's a male or a female, are seen inside the bathtub. You have Eminem in the bloodbath. You had Machine Gun Kelly in the bloodbath. Then you get other musicians like Demi Lovato, etc., inside of a bathtub. This is paying homage to the baptism, to the rebirth, okay, that they believe is coming, the birth of the Antichrist, and everybody's going to be rebaptized. Now, this specifically is a little bit different because usually they'll just use water. They're actually using milk. Okay, milk is used a lot in the video. They dump milk on themselves. She's taking a milk bath, which, like I said, is paying homage to a new baptism, a Baphomet baptism, so to speak. And where do we see the milk bath occur all the time, folks? Where do we see it? Oh, look, we see it when we see these dumb, imbecile Satanists protesting things, right? We see them outside the abortion clinics dumping milk over their heads, giving each other milk baptisms. We see them in front of city halls doing it. We see them in front of abortion clinics. We see them in front of various events that don't fit their agenda. They go out like imbeciles and they protest, and they have milk baptisms. They dump milk on each other's heads. So you see that throughout the video, the dumping of milk on one another's head. You can see Fergie here also wearing the sun on her belt buckle as well as on her neck on one of these big chains that she's wearing. This is sun worship. We constantly see sun worship involved with the Illuminati. They always pay homage to the sun. They believe Lucifer is the sun. That's what they believe. They believe Lucifer is the morning star, not Jesus Christ. They believe Satan is. So you always see them paying homage to the sun. That's why so many companies have the sun in their logo, just as much as having the pyramid and these other symbols that we talk about over and over. You'll see blatantly obvious symbols start popping up in this video, which is just unbelievably over the top and blatantly in your face. So in addition to all this perversion that's going on as they push these MILFs, but they're saying that they're moms I'd like to follow, And of course, they believe that too in their mind because all of the masses out there follow these false idols. They look up to them. Women in their 40s, everybody looks up